All right. Welcome to our webinar this afternoon. Welcome everybody who is joining in. I appreciate you being here. All right. Welcome to our webinar. Oh, geez. Sorry, I had a little bit of feedback there. My apologies. All right. Well, in the chat window up to the top left, if you could let me know where you are from and what you teach, that would be fantastic. All right, Lisa, Ottawa Catholic School Board, awesome. Welcome, Lisa. Had lots of good conversations with your school district. Hi, Sandy from El Paso, Texas. High school English teacher in Socorro ISD. Very cool. Anik, welcome back, Anik. And Lisa, we love Booker. Yes, you guys do. I'm telling you right now, you guys are crushing it in Ottawa. I think, gosh, I don't know, a year ago, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, maybe most, you guys had a handful of users in a district, and now you are at 2,400 or something like that. So you guys are crushing it. So awesome job. Pat yourselves on the back for that one. Sakshi, hopefully I said that correct. Welcome from India. Awesome. All right, I'm seeing quite a few names in here that I recognize. Let's see who else. Started using it when it was an app. Yes, but love using it on a computer. I'm with you on that one. So Anik, I'm recognizing Anik. Lynn, I recognize Lynn's name. Marie Torrance, welcome everybody. Oh, thank you, Sakshi. I love our webinars, tries to attend all of them. Well, I appreciate that very much, and awesome. And Shoshana, good afternoon, welcome, thank you. All right, so full disclosure here, this is the first time that we have done a Book Creator Make It, Take It session, and I'm very excited about this. Lisa says, working on digital yearbook for grade 6 students. Absolutely think that's a fantastic idea. Love it. So here's how today is going to work. So we're going to do a little bit of housekeeping business here before we get started. There is no agenda whatsoever. My agenda is strictly to talk with all of you about how, what you might be teaching or what you might be teaching coming in the fall, and how we can talk about using Book Creator in that situation. So we're all working from home, and I know things are crazy. I just got done doing a live webinar, and I have 3 children, and my wife was at her school closing up for the year. So things get nuts, and I get that. So what I don't want to do is I don't think I want to unmute everybody, because who knows what that ends up doing. So what we're going to do is there is a button. I think it allows you to raise your hand. And so if you have a question, or are thinking about using Book Creator in a way, but you're not sure if you can use it, that's what we're going to do. We're going to talk about that. We're going to do lesson design basically today. How are we going to use Book Creator to enhance our own lessons in our classroom? So, and like I said, if you raise your hand, I think what we'll do is I'll unmute you, and then you can ask the questions that you might have. So before we do that, though, for those of you that do not know who I am going to introduce myself here. So let me share my screen. And all right, so my name is John Smith. I am the Teacher Success Manager here at Book Creator. I am the iPod teacher on Twitter. So if you're on Twitter and you want to give me a follow, you can do that. And I'm John Smith at bookcreator.com. So a couple of things. I taught special ed for 12 years. I was a technology integration specialist for 7. and now the teacher success manager at Book Creator. So my job, my goal is to help teachers, schools, districts be successful in their implementation of Book Creator, to provide support, inspiration, ideas, thoughts, anything that I can to help you get the most out of your free or paid licenses. I'm married. I've got 3 kids, 9, 6, and 3. I love golf and I love clean cars. So if you live anywhere near Ohio, feel free to stop by and I will be more than happy to wash your vehicle up for you. So that being said, I am going to pull up the chat window here and see if we have anybody with any questions. And so we're just going to talk about how we can use Book Creator in our classrooms. And so hopefully somebody has some questions and thoughts that they might need. So again, if you want to raise your hand, you can raise your hand. If you want to put something into the chat window to let me know what you're struggling with or how a Book Creator might be able to help, let's go ahead and talk about that. And if we don't have any of those, this could be a very short webinar, or maybe I'll just ask you all how you are using Book Creator in your classroom, because I already have Lisa in the chat talking about how she uses it for digital yearbooks. And so I may ask Lisa to explain a little bit more. All right, so let me have it. What do you have? I'm going to stop my sharing here for a second, and I'm just going to wait for some chats and comments coming through here. All right, so Lisa, I am going to pick on you since you mentioned Yearbook. So I'm going to allow you to talk. Lisa, can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing with your digital yearbook?
Well, right now, what we did is usually we have a big leaving ceremony at the end of the year, and we have a big video and a slideshow presentation. So I took the slide decks that the kids created, and I've put them into Book Creator, and I guess it would be easier if I could actually show my screen to you, but it looks pretty good, actually. So it's got all the kids' comments. It's got teachers are writing well wishes. I may even put in the video that I'm creating. I might put that in there.
Oh, Lisa, I just promoted you to a panelist, so you should be able to share your screen now.
I can share it?
I think so.
Can you guys see it?
Maybe not. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make you the host, and now you can share your screen.
Okay. So
Down
can you
at the
see
bottom,
it?
there's a green button that says share screen.
Oh wait, hold on. There's a green button.
It should say share screen right down at the middle section of your screen.
And I've got start video.
I want to do that.
Hold on. Let me go full screen and see. Oh yes, here we go. Got it.
Yep, share screen.
And I'll share. Okay, so can you see it?
Yep, got it.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna move your head out of the way.
Yeah,
And like
no
I said, this is a work in progress. So let me go back, and I'll go by quickly because I've got kids' names in there, but that's what it looks like.
Cool.
Class of 2020. So it looks like that, and then I'm gonna go into present mode. So it has all the kids. I haven't got all of them yet.
I love
the ones that are the blanks. Those are the kids we're missing. And then, sorry, there's a lot of kids missing theirs. I've got to put out the calls today. And what's trending, and I plan on doing a whole COVID thing and finding the best, what was the best of the year, like the best music, the best TV shows, movies, put that in there as a reminder. These are just things, and I'm going to do our teachers. And so they're each going to put in a comment. And then I'm going to do a whole memory book at the end. So that's basically what I've been working on.
I love it. I think that's amazing. And
yeah. here's another one I did for the grade 5s of forces acting like a grade 5 science unit. Transformational geometry, and this is the one I really like. It's my all about me for my students who are on the spectrum, and it's part of their IEP transitioning. So it's this is just a blank template, and the kids fill this in and they share it. We share it with their teachers for next year. So
Oh, I love it.
That's all, folks. Lots
that
of
is
fun.
amazing. So yeah, Lisa, great job there. I really appreciate that. I think that is fantastic. Really well designed. I just think it was great. So I'm looking forward to hearing about the reactions from your students in your district about that the yearbook. So I think that's great. I did see a question here from Shoshana about Lisa, if you could if you click on that button that says participant, and
yep.
under panelists, you should see me. If you could make me the host. So if you hover over my name where it says more, click on that and say make host.
Oh yes, got it.
All right, awesome.
We good? Do you want me to click make host again, or are you still the host?
Yes, make host. Make host. Let's see if it pops up.
You want to change the host to you? Yes, we're good.
There we go. Awesome. All right.
Now I want to mute my. Can you mute me? I'm gonna mute me.
Oh, yep. I can go ahead and mute yourself. I think you muted yourself. So good. All right. So I did get a question in the chat that said, how, I'm new to Book Creator. What all does Book Creator do? All right. So, Shoshana, this is a very loaded question. There are so many things that Book Creator can do. So I will briefly share with you a few of those. But I do want to encourage anybody that is new, that has not been part of a Book Creator webinar before, to check out, and I'll put it here in the chat, but if you check out let me do this. If you go to bookcreator.com/webinars, we have a lot of webinars coming up in the month of June. So I highly recommend checking those out. We have one specifically geared toward getting started, and it takes a deep dive into all of Book Creator's features. But for those of you that are completely new and have not seen Book Creator before, just let me share with you real quick some of the things that Book Creator can do. I always tease people and say that the worst part about our company is our name, because Book Creator is kind of a little misleading, because when you say books, that's when math and science teachers are like, peace out, we don't do books. But there's so many more things that you can do. As Lisa so wonderfully shared with us, you can make yearbooks, you can make IEP goal books, you can do all kinds of things, not just books in the traditional like ELA kind of sense. So if you click the plus button, once you're inside of the books, there are media options, Shoshana, so you can import photos from Google, Maps files, Drive images, and documents, even embed features, so you can embed content from other sources like YouTube or Padlet, Soundtrap, Flipgrid, Vimeo, anything like that. You can use the camera, so you can record still pictures, videos. You can use this magic pen in the pen tool, which is great. Text, record audio. We have a whole section on comics, and then just shapes. So there's so many wonderful things that you can do that I definitely recommend, Shoshana, that you go around and play with it and attend one of our Getting Started webinars so you can take a deep dive. Anik loves the Harry Potter pointer, not related to Book Creator, but she thinks it's super cute. Jessica was very happy with it, thought it was a great idea to for a keepsake for your students. So yes, love it. And I love the IEP transitioning book. Think that's a great idea. Lisa, lots of lovely comments in here for you. Lynn, beginning stages of implementing Book Creator, so still learning a little bit, looking to use it with my summer math program, grades 3 and 4. It's meant to be fun, engaging, thinking that Book Creator will be journaling of their learning. So Lynn, I think that's a great idea. I think having students create journals in Book Creator is fantastic. For those of you that are not aware of this, we do have a free version of Book Creator. It allows you to make one library up to 40 books. And with that plan, that one library is that's where you're going to invite those students. Then our paid plans offer more books and more libraries. And so I don't know what plan you have, Lynn. If you're just on the free plan, that's great. For me personally, with the 1,000 book license plan, what's really nice about that is it allows you to make unlimited libraries. And so in that sense, you could make a library for every student that you have. And that student could put books in there to document their learning and really show what they've been learning, especially in summer school math or whatever the case might be. So I think journaling would be really cool. Now, you did mention specifically, Lynn, a math program, but I do want to share this book creator activity book that we've created. And I think that this, even if you don't use this, Lynn, it could give you some really good ideas for your math journals. So this book, this activity book, which is available on our website. So if you just go to bookcreator.com and search the big book creator activity book, it will give you step-by-step directions on how to download this book into your library. And it is filled with wonderful activities, from things like take a picture of something that you find beautiful and explain why you think it's beautiful. Anagrams. You're the teacher. Choose topics that you want to talk about. Do a 2-minute video presentation on it. A maze. Instruments of the orchestra, right? So when you click on these different instruments, they will play. So there's a lot of fun things that are in this activity book that your students could have fun with and enjoy. Now, so the reason I'm bringing this up, Lynn, is I'm wondering if you could create some kind. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I think that what you could do is you could create a book like this with more of a math focus, and then your students can then complete it. So in order for your students to complete it, once you've created this book, yes. Once you have created this book, sorry, again, 3 children. Once you have completed this book and put it into your library, when you invite students to join your library, they'll see that book. What you would want them to do is underneath the book, there's this icon, looks like 3 books leaning on each other. If you click on this, they will make a copy of that book. Have them put it into your the same library, and what it does is makes an exact copy of that book, but they can edit the copy, not the original, but they can edit the copy. And so now they can go through and answer all of those questions personally. And so I think that would be a really cool idea to think about in terms of your math journals and your math program. Let's see here. Shoshana, thanks, everyone. Super idea. On the free plan right now, but thinking about upgrading. And again, just so you know, if you do upgrade, I'm not trying to sell or push anything on anybody today, but if you do upgrade, you can pay by the month. And so if you want to try it out for a few months, and if it works, great, keep paying. If it doesn't, then you can cancel at any time. And we do offer discounts for schools. So if you make purchases of more than 5 licenses, we do start offering discounts. So just want to keep those out there for you, just in case you love it. You're the BBC guy. I'm not sure. Love it. You're the BBC guy. The big book creator guy. Well, thanks, Lisa. Yes, I must be the book creator guy. We've talked a lot about that in Ottawa in the last couple of years. Okay, there you go. Now ask Jillian for help, please. Okay. All right. So, yes, making a template I think is really powerful. And I will say that a feature that we are working on is being able to make templates more of on a global scale. So we've got to make a template and then push it out. Oh, gotcha. The guy who had his kids on the news. I'm not sure what I was up in Canada last summer. I did a presentation in Limestone, and I did make the local news station for that. Maybe that's what you're talking about. If not, I'm not sure. Maybe there's something else I'm missing. But that's cool that I'm famous. I like it. All right. Anybody else? What are some other thoughts or ideas or questions that you might have of how you could use Book Creator in your classrooms? Does anybody have any other things that they've done with Book Creator that they would really like to share? And I'm going to copy that link, Lisa, and I'm going to put that in here so that I can check that out a little bit later. All right. Looks like we got something in the queue.
Scandals happen all the time. The question is, how do democracies respond to those scandals? And what will it mean for?
Oh, I got you. Yes, exactly. That's exactly who I feel like most times. Saida, I've been using Book Creator for assessing writing. That's awesome. Saida, I'm gonna unmute you. Saida, let me find your name here. I'm gonna go ahead and unmute you. Saida, can you tell us a little bit more?
Hi everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So I've been using Book Creator from past 3 months. Actually, my school got the Book Creator. They have asked us to use this and attend webinars so that we can just go back to them and tell them that it's an awesome tool. So I've been enjoying this tool. We have started, I have started using Book Creator to assess my students' writing. So we started with ideas. We have started using ideas, and then we have started actually writing mind maps about our ideas, and then we have started paraphrasing those ideas and then organizing those ideas. So the students can actually see the transformation of their ideas, how their writing pieces looks like and sounds like and feels like to their audience. They can read. So we have been using this as an author's stage as well, so that student can share their writings. That's all. Actually, I'm not on my PC. That's the reason I cannot share my students' writing, but I can actually send my students' writing pieces if you guys need it.
Yeah, if you want to send some of those links, that would be great. Thank you so much for sharing.
Thank you.
All right. And then I did see, let's see here. Lisa, yeah, Lisa, could you put the link in again? There's the YouTube link. If you do want to put something in the chat window, just make sure that the drop down says all panelists and attendees. Because if you don't change that, then it's going to go strictly to me and other people may not see it. And then I did get a Q&A question here. Patricia, I heard that in order to use Book Creator in the classroom, there is a fee. So the short answer to that is yes and no. There is a free version, Patricia, and it allows you to make up to 40 books. So the way our accounts are is they're based on the teacher and not the actual student. But the only limitation is the amount of books and or libraries that you can make. So with the free version, you can make one library up to 40 books. And then with our paid plans, the first one is 180 books, 3 libraries, or 1,000 books, unlimited libraries. So it just depends on which plan you choose. But yes, there is certainly no fee if you want to try it out. The fee only comes in with the extra libraries and books. Marie translated the activity book into French for her students, and they absolutely love it. That's fantastic. Marie, I'm going to unmute you here for a second. So if you want to share a little bit about that, I'm going to let you talk. All right, you're on, Marie. Oh, maybe not. Can't hear you. Unmute. All right. That's okay. We're good for right now. All right. Anybody else? Oh, she doesn't talk English. No worries, Marie. I do appreciate you putting something into the chat window there. But anyway, what are some other thoughts, other things that that people are trying with Book Creator? All right, Sandy, give me a second on this one. So Sandy says they're looking into having our English department use them for portfolio development during the upcoming school year. It will be a work in progress where students can highlight their writing, resumes, project samples, etc. We are an avid campus, so this will be able to help students develop from their freshman year to their senior, hopefully being able to showcase their capabilities for their post-secondary endeavors. I think that sounds amazing. I like that a lot. So very cool. Excellent. Other thoughts? Other ideas? I'm going to show you a couple here actually while we're just kind of waiting for other people to share some information. I do want to share a couple of really cool examples that I have seen recently. We share these during our home learning webinars that we do. So I'm not going to share too much because I want you to show up to those webinars. But there is a teacher who took a book that she would read with her students, and she took pictures of each page of that book and put it into Book Creator. Now, she did go to the author and ask for permission to do this, so that's even better. But what's really fantastic about this is that the teacher was able to then put audio into the book so she can read it to her students. So let me go ahead and play that.
Over the snow I glide into woods, frosted, fresh, and white.
Okay, so that's really cool. And then she was able to add video and import, that into the book. She was able to add extra content, and so we've got these really cool, amazing read alouds that she was able to share with her students. So I think this is really cool. And I did see also, I'm trying to do this here by myself, so my apologies. I'm trying to look on YouTube at the same time. There are a couple of comments in the YouTube channel here that I would like to address. So is there a way to select multiple objects in Book Creator? So unfortunately right now you cannot. There's no way to group objects or click on multiples to move them around. You have to kind of do them individually. How do you type in import? Christiana, I'm not 100% sure what you mean there. Are the comic book layouts available in the free version? Yes, they are. The comic templates are there. Oh, I am good. I think Suwan is with me. So Suwan, if you're here, thank you for filling in and answering some of those questions. I do appreciate that. In order to do that, like Suwan had mentioned, if you click the plus button where it says new book, if you choose one of the top 3 books, that's where you will not get the comic books options. But if you choose one of the 3 at the bottom, you will get those comic options. So I think that will certainly help you with that. From Jordan, we're using Book Creator with our student teachers. Oops, the chat window moved, to provide us with some evidence for achieving criteria during their journey. I think that is amazing. One of the spaces that we know could use Book Creator, but we don't have a lot of examples of that, is in the higher ed space. So using it for student-teacher reflection portfolios, I think is amazing. So very cool, awesome thought there. Janet, our small school would like to create a shared library of student published books in case we go online again next year. Do I have to register the whole school under my name, or can each teacher do their own class? We have 80 students in all. So Janet, the way our pricing structure works is it is based on the individual teacher, but that does not stop you from creating a library of exemplar work. And then each teacher could join your library and put exemplar examples in there so that those can be shared with everyone. But I think that's a great idea. Claudia discovered a lock feature yesterday when playing around with the collaboration feature. When students forget to lock their images, can I lock it for them? Yeah, so especially if the comic, or if the book is open for collaboration, then yes, you can lock those features and students can unlock them and move them around. But if you do lock those, yeah, I think that's a great idea to be able to lock certain elements into place. Sandy, for our end of year project, students collaborated and created comic books based on their favorite favorite novels. They had to select 2 different stories and create a hybrid journey between the characters of each. Ooh, that sounds fun. It was lovely to see them working together, though we weren't physically together. Absolutely. I think it's not something that people would probably put out there as an immediate tool for remote learning, but I'm telling you what, there's so many ways that Book Creator can be used for remote learning, and that's just one. Get that. Oops. Could you try? My watch thought I was talking to her. So yeah, I think that's fantastic. And all of you, when you have stuff to share, if you have links to examples, I would love to see those. So if you want to paste those into the chat window, that would be fantastic. Is it possible to put music on the notebook when playing so that the sound of the music remains throughout the book creator book? And so the answer to that is no, unfortunately. Right now, you would have to put the music on each individual page, but it will not play in the background. But that's something I could certainly take to the team, and that's something that we might be able to implement in the future. I've used Facebook, Cartier, I'm not sure what that is, with my students to present their ideas in graduation projects. They had fun. So yeah, cool. Other ideas. Again, this is a very loose kind of webinar, and we're just kind of hoping to hear some ideas that might spark some interest in other teachers and ways that you might be questioning how you can use Book Creator in the classroom. So if you have any more thoughts, then feel free to share those. We are coming up on the end of our webinar time. This was a short 30-minute webinar today. So I will definitely stick around. Lynn has put an example book in there, so I'm going to click on that and save that for a little bit later. Janet says, thank you so much. You're welcome, Janet. Thank you. Oh, gotcha. I'm an all Book Creator and Facebook. You could certainly embed Book Creator and books into different sites and share links through through Facebook. Absolutely. So if you don't have any more questions or ideas or ways that you want to share, then feel free to exit and have a great day. I appreciate everybody being here with me today. And don't forget to sign up for some of our future webinars at bookcreator.com/webinars. We've got a lot of great new webinars coming up in June, including Make It, Take It, Your Questions Answered, advanced features of Book Creator, things maybe you didn't know about Book Creator, all of our Getting Started webinars, home learning, and then we've got some great webinars with Monica Burns. And then, of course, our famous One Book, 1 Hour webinars, which will be coming up in June as well. So thank you, everyone, for being here. I appreciate it. Have a great day and be safe out there. I will stick around here for a couple more minutes if you have any questions. But other than that, thank you so much. Yes, thank you so much, Sandy, for being here. Appreciate it. Lisa, thank you. And Marie, thank you. Claudia, really a beginner question, and that's all right. When I create a template book for my ELs to fill out, all they need to do is make a copy and they'll have their own copy. That is correct. If you want to see it, make sure they put that copy into your library. And yes, I can certainly show that again. So let me go ahead and share my screen here real quick. If I wanted to make, if this book right here was a template and I wanted my students to make a copy, they join my library. And then underneath the book, there's an icon of books. If you click on that icon, click on that icon and say copy book, they choose to put it into the exact same library and it makes an exact copy of that book. And there it is. And then the students will be able to edit that copy. All right. So hopefully that helps out. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. Yep, stay safe. Yes, thank you, thank you. And then do they need to place it back in my library? Yes. So Claudia, when they click copy, it's going to ask them where they want that copy to be put. And so they need to make sure they choose that same library that you made, and then it will go in there. Got it. Cool. All right. Well, thank you, everyone. I've got a couple of kids who definitely want me to stop doing this webinar. And so I am going to sign off. But thank you, everybody, for being here and participating in our first Make It, Take It webinar. Hopefully you got some ideas that you can take back to your class and to your school. And have a great day. Be safe out there and have a great weekend. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.